People often describe humans as unpredictable, confusing, or even contradictory. But psychology shows us a different story. When we observe carefully, patterns emerge. Patterns that reveal why people act the way they do, what drives them, and how behavior often follows predictable paths. Understanding these patterns doesn't just make life more interesting, it gives clarity. It explains interactions, relationships, and decisions that otherwise seem random. Today, we explore 15 psychology facts about people that explain almost everything. These insights are grounded in behavioral psychology, human behavior research, and principles of attraction and emotional intelligence. By the end of this video, you will start noticing behaviors and reactions you never understood before, and it will all begin to make sense. Fact 1. People remember how you made them feel, not what you said. From early childhood, the human brain is wired to prioritize emotional experiences over words. When someone speaks to you, the words are processed by the conscious mind. But the emotional undertone, the feeling evoked, is stored in a deeper part of the brain, the limbic system, where long-term memories form. This is why someone might forget the exact advice you gave them, yet remember whether you made them feel valued, inspired, or respected. Emotional memory is far more durable than intellectual memory. In relationships, attraction, and social interaction, emotional impact outweighs logic. Fact 2. Silence often reveals more than words ever will. The human brain dislikes ambiguity. When a conversation pauses unexpectedly, our subconscious immediately begins filling the gap. Skilled negotiators, psychologists, and communicators use silence strategically. By simply not speaking, they create an environment where the other person unintentionally reveals deeper thoughts, fears, or desires. Silence communicates confidence. It signals that you are not desperate for approval, validation, or attention. It allows the other person's mind to become more active than your own, revealing their inner world. Fact 3. Repetition makes ideas feel true. The subconscious mind associates familiarity with safety and truth. When people hear the same idea multiple times, they begin to accept it, even without evidence. This is why advertising works, why myths persist, and why repeated messages often become beliefs. Familiarity is comfort. Comfort is interpreted as correctness. Fact 4. People value things more when they are scarce or require effort. Effort and scarcity increase perceived value. If something is easily obtained, the brain may unconsciously downplay its worth. If it is rare, exclusive, or difficult to achieve, the brain assigns it higher significance. The scarcity effect explains much of human desire, chasing rare opportunities, exclusive relationships, and hard-to-attain status. Fact 5. Confidence is often mistaken for competence. The brain uses shortcuts to evaluate others. A steady voice, calm posture, and assured behavior signal knowledge, even if the underlying skill is lacking. Confidence shapes perception before facts enter the equation. In leadership, dating, and social influence, perception often overrides reality. Fact 6. People unconsciously mirror those they feel connected to. Mirroring is a subconscious behavior where individuals copy gestures, speech patterns, or body language of someone they trust or are attracted to. It is a neurological response that builds rapport and emotional alignment. In social situations, mirroring indicates comfort and trust. When two people match each other's posture, tone, or movements, it strengthens connection without any conscious effort. Mismatched or unreciprocated body language can signal discomfort or disinterest. Fact 7. First and last impressions carry more weight than the middle. The human mind prioritizes peaks and endings. This is known as the primacy and recency effect. Experiences at the start and end of an interaction shape memory and judgment more than the majority of the content in between. In social dynamics, this explains why initial meetings are critical and why final moments often determine lasting impressions. Mastering beginnings and endings is essential. It is where psychological impact is strongest. Fact 8. Rejection and social exclusion activate the same neural regions as physical pain. The human brain does not strongly differentiate between emotional and physical pain. When someone experiences rejection, isolation, or social exclusion, brain scans reveal activity in the same areas triggered by physical injury. Humans evolved as social beings. Belonging was critical for survival. Exclusion signaled danger and vulnerability, which is why social rejection feels intense and why humans seek validation, acceptance, and connection. Fact 9. Most people are less self-aware than they believe. Many assume they fully understand their motivations, choices, and emotions. Research shows the majority of human decisions are driven by subconscious processes long before conscious reasoning occurs. People often rationalize decisions after the fact, misattributing causes. Behavior reveals more about inner drives than introspection or verbal explanation ever could. Observing actions, patterns, and reactions provides a clearer window into someone's psychology than listening to self-reported intentions. Fact 10. Helping others activates the brain's reward system. The act of giving, supporting, or assisting someone is not just moral, it is neurological. When people engage in acts of kindness, the brain releases dopamine, the chemical associated with pleasure and reward. This is often called the helper's high. Helping strengthens social bonds and contributes to emotional well-being. People are drawn to those who make them feel supported. Acts of kindness create trust, loyalty, and attraction, sometimes more powerfully than charm or intelligence alone. Fact 11. People defend beliefs more strongly when they feel attacked. The brain protects the ego. When beliefs, values, or identity are challenged, the brain interprets it as a threat. This triggers defensive mechanisms, often overriding logic. Reason is ignored when the ego feels attacked. Approaching others with empathy and avoiding direct confrontation reduces resistance and fosters openness. Fact 12. The subconscious mind processes far more information than the conscious mind. The conscious mind handles only a fraction of the data the brain receives. The subconscious absorbs patterns, predicts outcomes, and evaluates social cues long before awareness occurs. This is why gut feelings are often accurate. Trusting intuition can help read social cues, make decisions faster, and understand hidden motivations. Fact 13. People are drawn to those who listen more than they speak. Attention is interpreted as value. Listening deeply signals empathy, trust, and interest, fulfilling emotional needs. Those who dominate conversations or fail to engage create distance. Listening builds rapport, encourages openness, and strengthens emotional bonds. Fact 14. The brain hates uncertainty and fills in missing information. When information is incomplete, the brain seeks patterns and predicts outcomes. This is why assumptions, rumors, and stereotypes form. The mind prefers a coherent story over incomplete reality. Understanding this allows you to communicate clearly and interpret behavior more accurately. Fact 15. Most behavior is driven by the need to feel important, understood, and emotionally safe. At the core of every interaction is a need for recognition, belonging, and emotional security. People act to protect self-worth and maintain safety. Meeting these needs fosters trust, loyalty, and openness. Behavior becomes predictable when you recognize these core psychological drives. Conclusion. Understanding psychology explains everything. Combined, these 15 facts reveal that people are guided by emotions, subconscious processing, social needs, and survival instincts. Logic often takes a back seat. Feelings, patterns, and perceptions dictate choices and interactions. Knowledge of these facts equips you with insight, clarity, and understanding. It transforms human behavior from chaos into predictability, allowing deeper connections and meaningful relationships. Awareness does not manipulate, it clarifies. With this understanding, interactions, relationships, and social dynamics finally begin to make sense.